GitHub Packages allows you to host and manage your packages and containers directly in your GitHub repositories. This allows you to have a simplified package and container registry solution that you can integrate directly into GitHub Actions, making you look like a CI/CD genius. To make things simple, GitHub Packages utilizes the native package tooling command you're already familiar with, such as Docker, Node Package Manager, Maven MVM, NuGet, and Ruby Gems. Currently, there's two main ways of working with GitHub Packages. Packages can either be published and read from GitHub in an on-demand, ad hoc fashion, or a simple GitHub action workflow file can be added to your repository to build and publish your packages whenever it's triggered, such as when that master branch PR finally gets approved. In this video, I'm going to be going over both of these methods so you can start taking advantage of GitHub Packages right away. This video includes chapters, so make sure to use the chapter links to go to the section applicable to what you want to learn. And if you're interested in more DevOps training videos like this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. But for now, let's hop into GitHub Packages. Alright, so just like my intro said, there's going to be two portions to this lab. The first one is going to be a manual ad hoc push to GitHub Packages, and then the second one is going to be using GitHub Actions to automatically publish a Docker image to GitHub Packages. So I have my README open here, and let's just go through the steps together really quickly. There's three main steps. The first one is just to create a Docker image. So I'll have a very simple Docker file. You can do this with your own Docker files, or you can use mine from my GitHub. So we're going to create an image. The next thing we want to do is we need what's called a personal access token. So we're going to create a personal access token on GitHub. And this is going to give us read and write permissions to GitHub Packages, and in particular for Docker, GitHub Container Registry. So I'll take you through how to do that. And then once we have our personal access token, we're going to authenticate with GitHub Container Registry. And I guess it's actually 4 steps. The last step is going to actually be to tag and push our image to GitHub Container Registry. So let's go through this really quickly. It's actually quite simple. So I have a simple Docker file here. You can see it's just an Alpine image, and it's going to echo out hello world. So let's go ahead and build this out. So we'll do that with a Docker build -t, give it a image name, and then use the Docker file in the local directory. So our Docker image is built. Let's go ahead and have a look at it. You can see it right here. Let's go ahead and make sure it runs. And it echoes out hello world as expected. Okay, so now the next thing we need to do is generate our personal access token. So let's hop into GitHub and do that. Okay, so to generate your personal access token on GitHub, go on over to your account and head over to settings. Then at the very bottom, you want to go to developer settings and then personal access tokens, and just generate a new token. And then you can give it a descriptive name here. So I'll say GitHub Container Registry. You can set an expiration. 30 days is fine for me. I'm actually going to delete this at the end of the video so none of you steal my token and pwn me. But what we need here is the correct permissions. So we'll go write packages, read packages, and delete packages. And that'll be enough for us. Let's generate the token. And I'm going to grab this into my clipboard, and we're going to use it in some of our commands here. Okay, so now that we have our image and we have our personal access token, let's go ahead and push this image to GitHub Container Registry. So I'm going to start with tagging this, and I'll go docker tag the hello image, and I'm going to say ghcr.io, and that stands for GitHub Container Registry. And then I'm going to put in my username. And this is my GitHub username. And then I'm going to just give it an image name. So I'll just give it the same one of hello. And then you can add a tag here. We'll just use the latest tag. So this just tags the image. So if we have a look at our images again, we just have a local copy of this. Let's go ahead and try to push this. So we'll go docker push and then paste that in. And you can see that we are denied, and that's because we've generated a personal access token, but we haven't used that personal access token to authenticate. So let's go ahead and authenticate. I'm going to hop on over to this README and just paste in the command that you'll need for that. So it's usually made up of two commands that look like this. So the first one is just taking in your token and saving it to an environment variable. And then the second part is echoing out the environment variable and then sending it to Docker login. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy this one. Since I'm on Windows and exporting variables is a little bit annoying, I'm just going to, instead of echoing out the environment variable, I'm just going to put in my token directly. So I'll grab that from here and paste it in. And then I want to change this username to my GitHub username. So I'll take that, copy it, paste it into our shell, and we should get login succeeded. So I am authenticated now. Let's go ahead and try that push again. And you can see that the push worked. So now that it's pushed to GitHub Container Registry, let's go ahead and have a look at what that looks like. Okay, so I'm back on GitHub here, and you'll want to go to your main GitHub page and then over to the Packages tab. And this is where your containers and packages are going to live. So you can see our hello container here, and I'll hop in, and it gives you a little bit of information in regards to the container. So it's just private right now, but you could change this to public. Here's how you could pull the container image down to your workstation or server. This is the tag section. And then you can connect it to a repository. So you could click here and manually link it to a repository, or you could actually just take this in and hard code it into your Docker file. So that's all I wanted to show you with this one. Let's go ahead and move on to setting up GitHub Actions to build containers and automatically push them to your repository. All right, so I have a basic repository set up here, and you can see that I just have a README in it and then the actual Docker file. And the Docker file is the same one we used in the last portion of the lab, but I've updated it to say, hello world, this container image built using GitHub Actions. I guess I did this before my morning coffee, so my English wasn't so good, but nevertheless, this will still work out for our tutorial here. So let's actually pull this up in Visual Studio Code and start building our GitHub action. So we're back in Visual Studio Code here. Let's go ahead and start off by creating a new directory here. And we'll call it .github and then /workflows. And this is the workflow directory that your GitHub Actions need to live in. So within our workflows folder, let's just create a name of a workflow, and I'll just call it deploy image.yaml. And I'm going to copy and paste a template in here that I got from the GitHub Actions website. So let's go through this really quickly here. So it's going to trigger this GitHub workflow if we make a release. I'm actually going to change this section to say to trigger this workflow whenever we push changes to it. So that should be good. The next thing is setting up some environment variables that we're going to be using later on in the workflow. So this is the container registry, and then the image name that we're going to use is just the name of the repository. So it's going to be my packages for my repository, but I could change this to be a different name if I wanted a different image name. Underneath the job section, we can see that it's going to be built using Ubuntu, so that's fine. And then just some basic checkout actions here. This next one is it's going into the Docker file and it's extracting labels and tags. So we can just leave that as is here. And then the last step is to build and push the image. So let's go ahead and check in this workflow and then see if it triggers. Okay, so I've committed my changes to the repository and you can see this little yellow mark here. Let's go ahead and click it and that should bring us into our GitHub action. You can actually go up here to actions as well to find it a bit easier. And it looks like our GitHub action worked. So let's just go into the details here. And you'll want to go in here to troubleshoot if you ran into any errors as well. So it basically did what we just described from the workflow itself. You know, it checked out the repository, it extracted the metadata, then it built the container and pushed it. So let's go back to the root of our repository in the code section. So we're back on the code section and you can see in this bottom right corner that we have our packages section and our Docker image is now checked into our repository. So if we go into it here, we can see everything in regards to this Docker image. You can see that it gives you the details of how to pull it down and you can see how it was named. It was just named based on the repository name. And then it looks like it's using the branch name for the tag. And then it has all the different tagged image versions for this. Now, one thing I want to demonstrate here is you'll probably want to add more than just one tag. And the reason for this is because if you just keep using the branch name, whenever you make changes, it's just going to overwrite that image every time. Sometimes it's good to have a history of Docker images for each commit. So let's go back into our workflow. And then we're going to modify this part of the job. And by the way, if you wanted to look up documentation on how to modify this job, you can just throw this into Google and it'll pull up the GitHub repository for this GitHub action and it'll have all the documentation of how you can modify it. That's how I found out how to modify the tags. So I'm going to update this to tags and I'm going to give two different tag types. So the first one is going to be type equals ref, comma, event equals branch. And this is just going to use a tag name based on the branch name. So this is going to be tagged as master. And then below it, I want another type to be SHA. And this is just going to be the SHA hash of the commit. Let's go ahead and commit this over. And one thing we might want to do as well is just make an update to our Docker file. So I'm just going to add a couple exclamation points and say this container image is built using GitHub Actions. Fix my English there. And then commit these both. And we can see that it's triggered again. Let's go watch it. Now it looks like everything is working okay here. Let's give this a minute to complete. And it looks like it's completed, or just about. There we go. We're getting our green check mark here. And now when we head on over to my packages, and it looks like I only have one version here. Even if I go here, it's just showing one version. Let's go ahead and make another change to our Docker file and see if it gives us a second image here. So just add a couple exclamation points and commit the change. Alright, so I refreshed here and you can see that I now have two images, and the reason I only had one before is because the first one was never tagged with the SHA, and then once the master image got recreated, it just overwrote it. But now that I've added the SHA of the image, I now have a history of every Docker image that has been created. Anyways, that's about all you need to know to get started with GitHub Packages. If you want to learn more about GitHub workflows and how to use GitHub Actions, make sure to check out my Everything You Need to Know About GitHub Actions tutorial. That's it for this video, and I hope to see you in the next one.